MotoGP rumbles into gear. Welcome to the Jerez circuit, Anglo-Nito, as we get ready for round 5 of the 2025 campaign and the first free practice session. Green light and away we go here for MotoGP and what is going to hopefully be a very interesting practice session. The bikes are going to head out onto the circuit 45 minutes ahead of us to make the dissertation as to who's hot and who's not coming into the European leg of the season. Hello everybody and welcome to the Spanish Grand Prix. Marc Marquez leads the Riders' Championship and he comes to a circuit where 5 years ago it almost ended his MotoGP career. It's taken that time for him to regroup, reheal and get on a bike that is championship worthy. This is very much coming to terms with past demons. If he can win here, it will sort of close the chapter on the Marc Marquez saga of the past 5 years, the constant ups and downs. Right now, in history, he is on an extreme up. He has won every race bar one this season. Out of the 8 we've had so far, of the 4 Grand Prix and 4 sprints, he's won all 4 sprint races and 3 of the 4 Grand Prix, only missing out once at the Circuit of the Americas in slippery conditions when he touched the curb at the inside of the Mickey Mouse section and went down on the deck. This is going to be interesting. Good morning, everybody. I'm Joshua Birch. Megan Birch will be joining me shortly up here in the commentary box. She'll be with you all weekend as well for MotoGP. Just a reminder of how things are going to work. I'm with you today for free practice 1 and the practice session. Tomorrow morning, here on JBMotorsports 2, live coverage on Twitch, Megan will take you through free practice 2 and qualifying. And then from trackside at Donington Park, I will be joining Megan for the Tissot sprint race. On Sunday, on JBMotorsports 2, Megan will lead you through warm-up. The world feeds of TNT Sports will take you through the Moto3 and Moto2 races. And then on JB Motorsports, the main YouTube channel, and on Twitch, we will be live for the Spanish Grand Prix with Megan up here in the booth and myself at Donington trackside covering the event. Fingers crossed, that is the plan. It's going to be a very interesting weekend, to say the least, as we open up the British Touring Car Championship as well. Full coverage of every session for the touring cars and the support categories will be live 9 AM British Summer Time, Saturday and Sunday, trackside live. So we're underway then, and out onto the circuit does come Marc Marquez. Just been announced as well, the new MotoGP 25 game will be available from April the 30th. So in just 5 days' time, if you want to come over and take a play of it, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, to say the least. Let's check in with the YouTube chat. Plug says, hello, everybody. iFan says, Indonesia with Marc Marquez 93. Well, we've just seen him on the screen. Sean's here says, time for the beginning of the European rounds of the 2025 MotoGP season. Hashtag welcome back Alex41, the first official weekend of Aleix Espargaro on the HRC bike. Yep, we have Aleix Espargaro coming in as the wild card rider for this event as well. So fingers crossed he's going to have a great weekend and a great run around. As we take a look at Maverick Vinales now, the 30-year-old coming through. So Bsky set the first time on a 1:30.950. Pedro Costa second on a 1:20. Well, actually now third. It's a 1:40.128 on that monitor as it comes through. We've got some lap times cancelled due to exceeding track limits for a few of them as well coming around the circuit. That was, however, to be expected, sadly. It's a fast flowing circuit, this one. It's challenging as well. You crash at Jerez, it could be a career ender, as we've seen many a time. But there's something exciting about this place. There's something like, I don't know, it sort of anticipates the unexpected. It's a great venue. 1:39.728 for Maverick Vinales. That's your top time as things stand. Aleix second, Bsky third, Zarco fourth, Raul Fernandez in fifth. There's a lap time cancel for the 54 due to exceeding the track limits as well. Quartararo then, he's currently our top time. Mark's done an outlap and comes straight back into the pit lane. Obviously, just wanting to check the setups and make sure everything's okay and what parts of the corners it needs to change. Good afternoon to you too, San, as well in the chat. Hello, everybody. We're watching now Johan Zarco through the middle half of the sector. 34 years old. His Grand Prix next time out in 2 weeks' time, the French Grand Prix at Le Mans. I'll be with you while Tom Cans is trackside at Brands Hatch, providing us with some imagery and some content as well. I was supposed to be at the first 2 races of the touring cars, but it is V-Day celebration weekend, and the train ticket prices have jumped up. £125 to go from where I am to London and then get to Swanley, where Brands Hatch is. It's shocking, really. It's in Kent, of course, but yeah. You get the train to Swanley and then take the bus into Kent as well, where the circuit is, in, I think, Farkham. Bagnaia 7th, Aleix Espargaro back on the calendar now, goes into 8th place. Can't wait for Megan to come back. As I said, it's his first one with a HRC Honda underneath him for Aleix. Let's just see what he's going to have and what kind of atmosphere he could contend with. Could be quite weird, actually, isn't it? Seeing him try and hold everything together. Still, stranger things have happened in the MotoGP world. Also feels weird that you don't have to touch anything for the rest of the weekend. This is Megan's box after today. I'll be around to team view, obviously, but yeah, Megan has control of the systems. So she'll, as Jack Miller goes second, Ralph Fernandez third. And that means Alex Marquez has gone top. 137.686 as well, as we take a look at Pecco Bagnaia. He's out there on medium controls. See what he's going to be like coming through it. We've got a lap time cancelled as well for the 10 due to track limits. So Marc Marquez leads on 123 points. Alex Marquez is on 106. There's a 17-point swing in the championship. Bagnaia on 97. Hello, Sean. What have we got? And with the Honda looking decent, curious to see how Aleix is going to perform. Absolutely. Over the line. Quartararo his lap time cancel for track limits. Bagnaia crosses the line now and does 5th fastest time, 137.986. Immediately gets beaten by Juan Mir, who goes into second on a 137.721. Time's changing already. As that time cancelled for Quartararo. Well, we just need that. It came up live on our TV pictures that Quartararo had a lap time deleted for track limits. Really, sorry about that. Didn't really need to have that corrected to us. Sounded like the mic was on the wrong frequency for a second, and it came out in my right ear. Quartararo 18th fastest with that lap time deletion. Alex Marquez 3/10 up on his own best time at the moment, so he's definitely finding some pace. 137.686 is his current best time. Let's see what he's going to have as he rounds into the last corner, the Lorenzo hairpin. Tight on the inside, pulls that throttle back, steps up the bike, down towards the line, and Alex Marquez goes top with a 137.239. Also, Salvadori is going to do a lot of races in Martin's absence since he's the only test rider for Aprilia. Yeah, Lorenzo Salvadori is in again this weekend. I was waiting for Megan to get in, but for Jorge Martin, a lot of injuries as well, with the amount of broken ribs he's had, detached hemothoraxes as well. It is not good for the reigning world champion. He looks out certainly for a couple of months. We've heard he's 3 months, but there's a chance he could be out for the entire season. That's not a nice injury. It went for one injury that would have taken a little bit of time to heal. Came back too soon. And to a race that was the hardest on the calendar. Did well, but then just dropped it. And it was a heavy, heavy accident. Over the rumble strips as well. No wonder it caused him so much pain. It may have looked small, but the smallest crashes and the less violent ones, if you ragdoll, you're sort of dispersing the energy. Your body disperses the energy, so the impact you take isn't actually that bad. I remember Michele Pirro a couple of years ago at Mugello down to turn 1, where he had an accident. His body flew, and ragdolled into the gravel trap. He was uninjured because he was unconscious and the body ragdolled, but Martin was tensed up mid-corner, so as soon as he went over, the tenseness was still there, and if you tense the muscles, it's going to hurt more over the curbs. So those type of accidents, the small accidents that it looks visually on the television, and you think, oh, well, he's just skidded along the ground, there's no harm done there. It's them who do the worst amount of damage because there's just no energy displaced. Your body takes the full hit of it, and that's exactly what happened. 35 had a lap time cancelled, so Somcat Chancha due to track limits. Pedro Costa, 16th on a 1:38.719. Indonesian Marc Marquez 93, biggest fan in the world, is Murta as well. Hopefully, well, you'll be happy that Mark's leading the championship again after Alex took it in Kota. Oliveira also has been injured in these past few seasons as well as Rins. Yeah, it's the short accidents that make the biggest injuries. Well, think simply of what happened in past MotoGPs. Sadly, the fatalities we've seen over the last couple of years haven't been impactful incidents in terms of, you know, massive accidents. They've been small accidents where the speed hasn't been taken away and it's the velocity, it's the shock to the body. Yeah, I'm not entirely... I was just relieved that he got up and walked away, really. It should have been a red flag as well. Let's stamp that out right now. That race should have been red flagged. We had Marshall's at the fastest point of the track, turns 12, 13, 14, in the firing line with a stricken, unable to move by himself, Jorge Martin, and the race should have been red flagged. We're now watching Marc Marquez coming through the first sector now, and he's coming into turn 4 before turn 5. It used to be a chicane at this section of the circuit, but now it was modified. And of course, we don't use the chicane in the last sector, the centre chicane. We don't use it here in MotoGP. We do in other series. Last time any Formula 1 or Formula 2 was held here, Formula 1, of course, 1997. It was this part here at the dry sack, the turn 6 hairpin, where there was contact between Villeneuve and Schumacher. That famous part of the hairpin. It is a nice circuit, Jerez, but it's more of a bike circuit now. It is the Spanish Grand Prix home for MotoGP. This is why it's called the Spanish Grand Prix. Not Barcelona, that's the Catalan Grand Prix. Aragon, it's good circuit, but not terrific. Spain really does come through this part. Valencia is also good. Well, we're hoping to go there at the end of the season. After all the flooding last year, we're lucky actually to be racing here at all at Jerez, because a month ago, the circuit was too flooded, massive flooding. And a lot of damage was done that the organisers have repainted, literally got the paint out, swept away, dried away, cleaned it all up. And thankfully, there was not as much damage as there was to Valencia, which is now back open and being able to run. But yeah, the spaceship was very much nearly underwater as Fermin Aldeguer comes in. And, well, hang on a minute, that's Marc Marquez stopping a bit too late in his pit box and has gone into the Grassini pit box, which was quite interesting there. Don't know why that was the case where he came in, as Marc will now have a conversation with his engineers to see where things need to change. Julian says, Marc, back again. Yeah, he is, and there he is. Yeah, Marc went in late. Marc missed his pit box. I thought he was a bit weird. Marc missed his pit box, and his mechanics had to run down outside the Grassini garage. He went too wide, yeah. Marc is testing his setups. Looks like it, yeah. He's going to go on to bike 2 now as well, actually. So he's at bike 1, now he's going to go on bike 2. Test out everything. He's using this first free practice session wisely on his Marc Marquez. He doesn't want to have a similar mistake to what we've seen in the past. He's coming in, really, as the man to beat. So, yeah, just a reminder, trackside tomorrow. So Megan will take you through free practice during qualifying. I'll be back for the Tissot Sprint. And then the Moto3 and Moto2 races will air live on JBMotorsports 2 with the world feed commentary, so this channel here, if you're watching live, and then the main Grand Prix for MotoGP will be on the main channel. That's the deal. MotoGP races on the main channel. So, yeah, that's always the case. Postcards from Jeddah. That's from Ferrari. And so it's 10 o'clock here in the UK. Half an hour to go. 11 o'clock over there in Spain. 15 minutes into this session. Track temperature is at 29 degrees Celsius. Air temperature 22 Celsius. Partially cloudy. And, some sun still coming out. Marc Marquez drawing with the camera there as he comes in. And he says there's something on the windscreen. He's got a stone that's flicked up and it's cracked the windscreen. So Marc Marquez's windscreen's cracked. It won't hurt visibility too much, but it is a distraction when you need the windscreen. And they've replaced that now. So a little chip. Must have got autoglass repair out there as Megan walks into the commentary box. Giving me an angle of a face, I don't know why. Possibly because...
SA due Tuesday, that's why.
She has an SA due Tuesday and
I'm being stuck in a commentary
she's stuck in the commentary box all weekend. Well, that's because I've decided to go racing. Hello, Megan.
And I would really rather not have to rush my essay.
Well, obviously. Can I just say, what the hell have you done to your headset lead?
I don't know. I just let it do what it wants.
Hello, how are you?
Stressed.
Yes. You're just double checking yourself there when you put it. Hello.
I'm stressed, that's what.
Yeah, well, you're in the position to have the commentary this weekend because I'm going trackside.
Yes, and I'm probably going to have my laptop right here all weekend.
Well, for those sessions, yes.
What?
Well, the sessions that you need to be in here for, and yes, your laptop will be hooked up where mine is.
Meaning I can't even do my work during my sessions.
Well, if you're commentating on the session, then no.
There's only like 2.
Well, 3. FP2 and qualifying link together, don't they? And the TSO sprint.
I only count those as 1.
Yeah, that's to be fair. And then, of course, on Sunday, you're in here covering the Moto 3 and Moto 2, but that only needs this laptop, this computer. So you can type then.
We shall talk about it later.
And then, of course, you'll then have to... Well, you're free after 2 o'clock on Sunday. So, I'm not taking that much out of your day.
I know, but it's just such a hassle.
I've left you with the easiest thing to do. I'm not asking you to stay in the commentary box from 9 a.m. to 6 a.m. like I am JT.
That's what happened
Sorry,
last
9 a.m.
week.
to 6 p.m. Yeah.
Isn't that what happened like a week or 2 ago?
That was when I asked you to do it, yes.
Yes. You're lucky I didn't have anything in right there.
Well, it was from 10 that time. You did?
No, I didn't.
So you did?
No, I just had some transcripts to transcribe.
I see. Hello. Right, MotoGP time.
Yay.
What are you thinking about it as we see Marc Marquez coming back to his circuit? And
They seem to be jolting.
Yeah. Well,
It's like they've got Grand National horses.
I said at the start of the show, if Mark wins here, it'll sort of close the saga that started 5 years ago when he crashed and all that drama that happened here. That starts off his shoulder,
It would be
then
even-
more injuries.
It would be even more hilarious if he crashed again. But not injuring anything, just crash.
That's you just saying that he's going to have bad luck. I personally would love to see if Mark could win.
No, I'm just saying it would be funny.
Yeah, well-
I'm not wishing him anything bad.
You can do the shouter bits. I'll be commentating the TSO Sprint and the Grand Prix trackside at Donington.
Do you know what? That possibly means the possibility of a red flag. So I hope he has a great weekend and really, really quick times.
It's all right. I'm going to be really cheeky. Do you know what I'm going to be really cheeky about?
What?
Well, the Saturday race, it takes part at 2 o'clock where there's nothing on in the ITV commentary box. And the Sunday race takes part during the lunch break. So I'm going to ask, can I use the commentary box to do the commentary?
No.
I'm going to ask if I can use the
No,
ITV commentary box. Why?
I don't know.
Can I come and use the commentary box as a commentary box when you're not using it as a commentary box?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to ask. Because it's split into 2. So you get one side where there's the television monitors and one side where it's a desk. I just need a desk and a chair.
I also have to finish reading that.
Yeah. With my laptop, where I can then do the commentary. Yeah, I'm going to ask Richard John Neal and David Addison. Can I come and use the commentary box, please, to do MotoGP?
Hey.
If not, then I'm going to sit myself outside the ITV studio because there's some tables there. and then I'm going to sit there and I'm going to do the commentary from there. That's where our studio plugin this weekend is. Where we did that where Lucy did her thing.
Okay.
So that's our studio plugin location. We have two. We've got a couple actually as well.
25 minutes left.
Yeah, the riders now back out onto the circuit, just doing their secondary runs. Just checking, can you all see the names on the board? Yeah, you can. Marc Marquez is the last one on the board.
How has the session been so far?
Decent, actually, to be fair. Not that bad.
It seems a nice sunny day there.
It is quite pleasant, to be fair. You can see conditions on the screen there, Megan, at the top. Partially cloudy. Air temperature 22, ground at 30 now. Winds blowing up, 42% humidity. But this is one of the things, what it is about Spain. It's a dry heat, but you really do sort of get a wah to your back. It's really nice.
If it helps, this is next week's weather.
Why next week?
I don't know. What day could it be?
Well, I'm trackside this weekend, so that doesn't really help matters.
Okay, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to figure out what's next week.
VE Day.
My birthday!
Oh, right, yeah, in 5 days' time. When is your birthday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, right, yeah.
You remember VE Day? You remember VE Day before that?
Yeah.
It's not even that week!
No, VE Day is the next week.
What week do you think it is this week?
Look, I'm just going with the flow, really, to see what's happening. I'm already disappointed.
Wonderful.
Yeah. It's that type of weekend. One thing we can... let's have a look. Sean says... I still remember the flashbacks with the number of times Josh kept saying he did it again when Bagnaia crashed out in the previous seasons. One thing we can mention to Megan from the previous sessions about Mark went to his Cassini pitbox by mistake. That is true.
He did a Hamilton.
Yeah, he went too deep and he went too late and he went to his old pitbox, yeah. Yeah, he's did it again. He's crashed again, which is what Bagnaia's done here several times. I'm going to have to really keep my voice down when I'm at Donington because everyone's going to be lining up to the pit walk.
Can you actually do that?
No, because I'm going to be there commentating, and probably Steve and Louise and all that. I'm going, look at this, it's incredible, look at Mark side by side.
And we're just like...
This is why I'd rather have the commentary box, because it's soundproofed. Just walk in, hello, hello. Best lap for Costa, 138.210.
Look at this side by side.
Side by side drama, yeah?
Whisper commentary.
Nah, it'll be fine. It's going to be a lot of fun, though, actually, commentating trackside, because I'm taking my laptop with me. So for once, it's actually possible. Whereas with Megan, I don't know how to say this.
He stresses me out.
Yeah, and to have my laptop so I can easily jump on TeamViewer and fix things is reassuring.
He stresses me out very much with things, because he's not very good at communicating with me.
Well, the good thing is, you know how this one works.
And yet, I still forgot to press start streaming.
Yeah, that's true, because you've got to hit this one as well.
Yeah. And I forgot to press it.
Yeah. And then what I'm worried about is you've got to control the YouTube streams from your laptop.
Don't stress me out right now.
We're setting Megan's laptop up later on. Because what we've realised was when my other MacBook, which we could use if it works, it blew up in Australia.
Don't even know where my laptop is.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah. I know, I was kind of hoping that would, because then I could take that one with me instead.
Nope.
No, the old one, the new one. No, the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. I could take that one with me.
But it's not here.
No.
Because what is wrong with it?
Don't know. I haven't even asked yet.
It's been a month.
I'll get David to figure it out. Quartararo.
How would he know?
He can text. Quartararo, third fastest at the moment, 138.033. They're in their race simulation runs now, aren't they, Mags? With 20 minutes to go. Yellow flag,
Yellow.
sector 4.
Who's gone down? Is it Mark?
That's the last sector. It could be Mark. He's in that sector. No. I think... Well, they're all still moving out there. So who is it? It looks like a Honda, or is it a KTM?
Not everyone's moving. It was an orange one.
KTM.
KTM. So that
Who's in
would
that
be
sector?
Vinales.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Look, here is Vinales. He's looking fine. Just a yellow flag that
He might
randomly came out. Nothing happened.
He might have just got back up. Just saying.
That tag cancelled for the 12, the 41 and the 35 due to yellow flag. But we've had no information as to why that yellow flag even came out.
What happened?
I don't know, that's a bit of a strange one.
Vinales did look like he stopped for a while, though.
Yeah.
32 as well.
Morbidelli goes 6th fastest. A big reminder, you'll have my big face here.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so you'll see me.
Great. At least it's a nice view then.
Also, you'll only have this timing screen. Well, your
Why?
Because your laptop doesn't do two things at once. It has a paddy.
I know, it's like me.
Yeah, so I can't connect all 3 monitors, can I?
Every piece of technology I own just turns into me personality-wise.
I'll have a go.
Don't.
Yeah, see? I thought I'd give you 2 screens. Discord and the YouTube. And then you've got a timing screen right here. Because I was going to angle the camera there on that second angle. So
Oh, it's going to be a really horrible angle, isn't it?
No, it's the one that you usually have when I'm away.
I hate that.
No, it's not this one. It's the sat-down one there.
Yeah, I hate that angle.
Well, you don't stand up for the races. If you stood up, then maybe, but if you did that, it's sort of like this. Look, let's give me an example if I'm not here. Oh, look. How entertaining is that for the viewers? You're sat down, not engaging with them. The camera's so far away, it may as well be at Donington. I stand.
Can it be?
No. Because I'm not there for the qualifying and the practice session. I'm there for the sprint race. So you'll have me for this sprint and the Grand Prix of MotoGP, not Moto2 or Moto3.
It's going to be like that time we commentated.
At Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
When you're in a hotel room.
But I'm not
Yellow
gonna-
flag.
Sector 1 this time. It's Alex Marquez. He's in that first sector, and it is Alex Marquez. He's gone down at turn 1.
Someone did crash this time.
Airbag's gone up as well, so that's just deflating.
From an hour, I was wondering where he was running to.
Back to the paddock, because that's the exit at turn 1.
Give me my second bike.
How's he done it then? Under braking, turns in. Oh, that's
Ooh.
under braking, and it's just gone.
That's gone on his leg as well.
His arm would be a little bit damaged as well. He's hit the arm protectors, but I don't think the airbag did go off there. Oh, and he
Really?
got caught with a wing fender as well. I hope he's all right. He was running away okay, but yeah. And he's just nicked the bike from the marshal.
You can't do that.
Actually, you can't do that. You have to be ridden back by a marshal.
You've got to have someone.
Why does it always rain on me?
Also, he looked like he was trying to be in like Greece or something then. I've always thought
This
those
bike
bikes
could
look
be
like-
high dramatic. Mark over the line. 17 minutes to go. His brother in the gravel at turn 1.
I just realised something. Last week he didn't have that protector over the thing.
What protector?
Do you know that?
Mark did have the Windling guitar, yeah.
No,
and
do
neither
you know the
Alex.
protector over the thing with the liquid in?
Yes, yeah, it came off, didn't it? Yes, I remember, yeah.
He didn't even fix it.
Well, Alex and Mark crashed in guitar together, didn't they? And it caused damage to both bikes.
It's been a very bad few weeks for him. Oh, he's checking his arm, which the
Yeah, just checking.
winglet hit.
Well, it was the first time that Alex didn't finish second in a Grand Prix or sprint race last time out. And he's now dropped 17 points behind Marc Marquez in the championship. That one error in guitar might be just enough, Megan, to give Mark the championship, because if Mark stays on his consistency, he's on 123 points, 1, 2, 3. But he's only not won one race this year.
True.
So really, this is Mark's hand on the title already, and it's only round 5.
He is looking pretty dominant.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how Piastri is looking quite dominant in F1.
Yes, and what I find interesting is that the championship leader in Formula 1 is younger than the championship leader in Formula 2. Yeah, that makes sense.
How?
No idea.
How old's the one in Formula 2?
23? 24?
They're the same age.
Maybe 25.
I'll look this up.
Well, I've got a quicker laptop. Let me do it. F2 Twitter. I didn't even type in Twitter. F2. The current championship leader is 4 months older than Oscar Piastri. Richard Verschoor was born on the 16th of the 12th, 2000, whereas Oscar Piastri was born on the 6th of the 4th, 2001. So there's 4 months and 4 months difference between them.
Huh. Imagine that.
Mark and Alex, that's easily identifiable with the brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just lean over here and grab my sheets. I can tell you.
Was he about 3 when he was born?
Mark Marquez was born the 17th of the 2nd, 1993. Alex Marquez was born the 23rd of the 4th, 1996. It was his birthday a few days ago. As was the birthday of Fabio Quartararo. As was my birthday. What's my birthday treat? I get to go to Donington twice.
Yay. Basically, his birthday treat is watching me be stressed through a camera screen.
Even more so that you have to start the free practice session completely on your own. And change to the qualifying stream. You know how to do that, don't you? JT and Omi will be around to help. I'll make sure.
How? They can't actually help me.
TeamViewer.
Not on my laptop.
No, but they can control YouTube Studio and do that for you, and then someone can control this for you.
No! You're not putting TeamViewer on my laptop.
No, they don't. Your laptop is controlling the YouTube stream and your timings. It's separate. JT and Omi can TeamViewer my PC, and they can automatically do YouTube themselves because they have access.
On my laptop?
No, they have access to the YouTube channel because they are managers.
Yeah, I know. I'm confused.
You don't have to do a thing. All you have to do is sit there and press some buttons.
That's stressful.
Yeah, this button here.
I know.
And that button, and that button.
Why would I need your button?
I've left you in control. Yeah, I've left you in control of literally 3 buttons. Well, actually 4. Your mic, radio, your mic, trackside, my mic, and world feed. 4 buttons, Megan.
You've just changed which one's your mic.
That's because I'm going to be on this one because it'll be on your laptop, won't it?
We'll discuss this later.
I've left her in control of 4 buttons and she's panicking. 4 buttons. Are you really this bad?
It's more of a stress of messing it up.
4 buttons. She's
I can write.
over 4 buttons.
I can write essays and do presentations, but 4 buttons do stress me out. What happened there?
I think we were showing Bezecchi. It's a replay at 10:13 with Marco Bezecchi, but we were also showing Fabio Di Giannantonio for some reason. Yes, I'm leaving her in control of 4 buttons, viewers, and she is panicking like I've left her in control of the atom bomb.
I'd probably be calmer.
Yeah, you probably would be. You'd probably just drop it anyway. For laugh.
I think I know what happened with the TV screen just then. The person going to viewing screen must have thought, okay, we've got a VR46. Oh, wait, no. Bezecchi's no longer in VR46. And they went to Di Giannantonio instead and then had to change.
Probably is. Do you know, I was able to get my train tickets for £2 cheaper.
Oh, right.
Well, when I used Trainline, it was £33.50. It was £34.50. And then, because they made me do a booking fee. If I'm doing it myself, who am I paying the booking fee to? And so I went on trip.com and which what I used when I went to Brands, and I got it £2 cheaper with the actual price of the ticket, not any booking fee.
Why did they try and charge you a booking fee? You use this website, £2.
I don't know. So yeah, that's a little bit of advice for you. The life of a journalist, self-employed journalist, I mean freelance, and you have to do everything yourself and pay for everything yourself. Including East Midlands Hotel, which I'm with Tom. Me and Tom are doing an Eddie and David this weekend. EJ and DC.
Turning into
And DC and Martin as well. Split the travel costs. Plus then I've also got to comment on the Cup Series Sunday night.
How much have you got to do?
While I'm away as well, that's the big thing.
This time, can you make me a list of things tonight? Because you keep leaving me without lists.
They're over there.
I know. Can you also put them out on the desk?
They were on the desk.
I meant a schedule.
Oh, right, okay. I'll tape it, shall I?
No, just give me a schedule.
Yeah, but tape it to the desk.
Yeah.
Binder over the line. And stays in 7th. Oh, actually, no, it moves up to 17th now. So best lap for him, 1:38.306. 10 minutes to go.
I feel like having hash browns for breakfast.
I haven't yet had breakfast, so I might join you on that. Today is literally going to be prep for Donington. I'm very excited.
I'm very stressed.
No, I really am excited. It's going to be a fantastic weekend.
He enjoys when he goes away. I don't.
Well, only because this time we're leaving JT in control of the British Touring cars, which means that if I can't get on, JT can easily take over the commentary very easily. And we've got that controlled, and you're not, sat here flailing around. And I'm leaving you in control of MotoGP, which you've done 1,000 times.
Oh, it's not the actual show I'm worried about. It's for turning on the things.
Why? This is literally on now.
I know.
I'm not turning anything off. Everything that's on now is going to stay how it would be for 2 weeks, for the next 2 days.
So you're not going to need the OBS thing. Oh, by the way,
I'm not even going to change it. It's all there. It's staying how it is.
Okay.
That's loaded up now for the weekend.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I asked my teacher for my documentary whether I would be able to use OBS. She said fine.
What for?
I have an assessment. That's a documentary.
What do you need to use OBS for?
Editing.
OBS isn't an editor.
It will help me somehow.
OBS is a streaming platform.
Oh, I don't know. It helps my concentration. I understand how to use OBS a bit more.
It's not an editor.
I don't know how to do things.
Well, you can't edit on OBS.
I need help.
You can't edit on OBS.
Well, how am I going to do this then?
On my editor on DaVinci Resolve on my laptop.
But I can't log into my things on your laptop.
You've got your footage, haven't you?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Well, when we do it, we can edit and get it all sorted.
Then you've got to put it onto my laptop so I can actually send it.
Yes, the saved video I will transfer to your laptop and you can send it then. Okay?
This is stressful.
Megan, I literally did that as a degree. I think I know a bit more about you of how to do it and how to process it. And
I never said I know how anything.
Even how to submit it, I probably know more how to do you because I did it thousands and thousands and thousands of times.
I can't submit it to Canva. I have to send it.
I know, you have to send the link to them.
Yeah.
And then submit a turn it in form with that link embedded into it. I know. Megan, believe me.
Oh no, I can't put the link in apparently. I can try, but it probably won't work according to Alex.
That's wrong, because it will work. How should I know? Because I was there and I did it.
She does the subject.
Doesn't
People
matter.
have tried.
Doesn't matter if she does the subject. It's still
She's had an
shows.
ear dropped to her before.
Well, whatever. Obviously things
Have changed.
No, they're just. It seems like the media department has the media department sorted, and everybody else in that university
Also,
tries to do the media stuff, and it fails.
They're having incredible tech issues at the moment. Currently, there's only 2 working computers on level 2.
That's because Sophie's in charge.
I was there when they were trying to fix things. They're having a big paddy.
Maddie?
Paddy.
Oh. Maddie, who's changed her name now on Twitter and socials to Madison. Her full name. I was like, what is going on?
Maybe she was drunk.
Morning, Maddie.
Or maybe Simon did it.
Yeah. Morning, Simon, if you're watching.
He's
Over there in
just waiting
Spain.
for her to notice.
Yeah, probably. Back home after their incredible trip to Ukraine, where they delivered medical aid and equipment. Stunning work, the pair of you. Stunning work. Hopefully going to catch up with them at some point this year. As soon as I can drag Maddie back to the commentary box, the better.
I only have to do one more thing today, right?
Both of us only have to do one more thing today.
Woo! Wait, is there MotoGP the only thing on this weekend? From me.
For you, yes. For me, no. For me, no. Is that a name as well?
I don't know, probably.
5.5 minutes to go then. Mark still down in second place. Alex fastest despite that crash. It's a 1:36.831, his fastest time so far in the session.
I want to know how he somehow managed to be even faster.
He is quick, isn't he?
Yeah.
Unusually so.
Second bike.
Soft front, medium rear as well. That might have a little bit of advantage. Zarko on hard front. Don't know what his rear is. It must be a medium, because that's the same as what I go. No? Luca Marini, hard front, medium rear.
Zarko apparently doesn't have a rear tyre.
No, he's going out there like a unicycle.
That'd be so funny.
Like a French mime artist clown.
I was trying to
Juggle.
with Zara's blocks.
Our niece, the big bully.
She likes to push things down.
Yes, including my stuff that I was building and laughing in my face about it. Big bully. 18 months old, and she thinks it was... Well, it was hilarious, to be fair. She thought it was a game.
How
Just to
old
push it
is
over.
she?
She's 18 months. Born in November, it's now end of April.
Yeah,
She's 18 months, nearly 19.
not quite yet. She'll be 18 months May 3rd.
Still, she's 18 months old. That little smile she does. Reminds me of you. You used to do that. And every time it's fair, babies can smile without closing their eyes, but you and her and Kellyanne all did squint your eyes and hit your teeth out. Weird that. You're the only ones to do it.
Really?
Yeah. When Zara was laughing and smiling at me when she pushed the box over, I thought, oh great, she's Megan. It's a carbon copy. There's another one.
She takes after her.
She does. 136.831. Alex Marquez is the fastest from his brother Mark in second. Fabio Quartararo is third. It's a good sign from Yamaha. Also from KTM, both with the Tech 3s and the factory, with Vinales up in fourth place on the same bike, of course. Just changed over slightly.
I love how Kellyanne's creating a carbon copy of me. She's just like, is this come back to haunt me or something?
Well, she's getting to experience it because Kellyanne disappeared, of course, after 6 months.
Yeah, but less than that.
Less than that.
Because she had to go to uni, and now she's just getting that full experience with her own daughter.
What I love is that she's even calling Zara Megan.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, that's exactly what she was like.
Mum did it once the other week.
20 years ago, and she can still do it.
Yeah.
19, I should say, before you have
Yes.
a go at me. It's 20 on Wednesday.
I still have 5 days left of being a teenager.
Yes, before you become an adult.
Yeah.
Next year, you can legally drink in America.
True. I could.
Over the line for Aleix, she's 16th, goes up to 12th. Struggling, actually, as to who we're going to see in Q1 tomorrow morning. Look, nose in the drop-off zone. We've got D'Antonio, Aleix Espargaro.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there we go. Aleix Espargaro
Where?
on the HRC, back as a wildcard rider. Yes, it's this race he's back for. Aleix is back. We have an Espargaro. Yes.
I keep
Aleix.
forgetting that Paul's not in it either.
Yeah. Aleix is the wildcard this weekend on the Honda HRC in the test team. He's doing 5 races this year, if I'm not very mistaken.
Can he not leave?
Aleix has retired.
I don't want him to.
His last race was in Spain. Catalan. Barcelona, really. This race will be in Spain. Would love to have also seen Pedrosa back as the wild card like last year. Pedrosa did really well here last year, didn't he? As well,
did.
actually. Was it fourth and a fifth?
It's like he never left.
Yeah. Scored points for KTM, and other teams didn't. Mazzano. Did he get a podium in the sprint?
I think.
Oh, they did, right?
He got 3rd.
Over the line then comes Pecco Bagnaia, the last of these runs. 7th at the moment. And moves up. 137.699. Marc Marquez just behind, 137.857. So Bagnaia's faster in the race simulations at the moment. Here is Aleix Espargaro over the line, 137.746. Puts himself in 10th position. Oh, guy's not lost a thing, has he?
I was wondering why Bike 41 seemed to have had a lap time cancelled.
Yeah, there you go. He's back.
He's also got Lewis Hamilton's
Helmet now,
apparently.
Let's not also forget, of course, that he's left the Aprilia and he's joined Honda HRC as a test rider. So this is their test team coming in. So he's on a factory bike.
That time.
As a test rider, yeah. Please read from 1 to 10. Okay, for those of you listening on radio with 14 seconds to go, I will update you on the whole thing throughout the field as Morbidelli comes across the line. Goes into 10th place. Bagnaya's on a lap time too, so is Alex and Mark. Checkered flag is out, and as it stands, it's Alex Marquez fastest from Mark Marquez in second. Fabio Quartararo is third, with Maverick Vinales fourth. Juan Mir is fifth, with Jack Miller sixth. Pecco Bagnaia seventh, with Johan Zarco in eighth. Alex wins ninth, and Franco Morbidelli has 10th position. Alicia Spargo is 11th, with Fabio Di Antonio 12th. Marco Bezzecchi is 13th, with Brad Binder 14th. Ayagura 15th, Luca Marini 16th, Augusto Fernandez 17th, Fermin Aldeguer 18th, Pedro Costa 19th, Enea Bashini's in 20th, Ralph Fernandez 21st, Sonkat Chancha 22nd, and Lorenzo Salvadori is in 23rd position. Over the line comes Mark with the checker flag out and a checker flag glove. Hey, I need that. I've got a checkered flag hoodie now as well as, do you know what?
It's going to be made of checkered flags.
Well, actually, I'm glad you've mentioned that because we are planning a little thing for the British Grand Prix. Do you know I've got that checkered flag shirt with the checkered flag shorts?
Oh,
and then the checkered flag. Yeah.
You're going to get that.
And I thought wrapped in that checkered flag duvet I've got, the little fleece. So I'm the king of checkered flag racing.
Get you a crown made out of checkered flags.
I do own a lot of checkered flag stuff, don't I?
You do.
Checkered flag cape, which is really a blanket. Yeah. Checkered flag shirt, checkered flag shorts. I need checkered flag flip-flops.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. Then I've got the whole lot.
What about a dressing gown?
Nah, that's overkill. I've got the hoodie. I think it has gone a little too far. Where is my checkered flag shirt? I haven't seen it in ages.
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. We're getting towards the summer. We need to have that ready.
Then again, don't ask me where any clothes are. This is quite literally the only thing I have only one thing that I have a lot of, and that is these. My tops.
Oh, you redo your shirts that aren't ripped.
Yeah, this is the only one that isn't ripped.
I call this your Luke Skywalker. End of Return of the Jedi. Because it's black. It's black, so you can think it's dark side the whole movie, and then, he's staying light side.
But with me, it will just be.
Yeah, fine. So, end of the session, and the results have stayed the same as we get ready for our practice start. We'll stay on here to the practice start sessions. Alex Marquez is actually doing a practice start at the backstretch. You're not allowed to do this.
He's doing a lot of things he can't do today.
That might get him a penalty. You're not allowed to do a practice start on the circuit in the first session.
Got a fine and a penalty now.
Yeah.
At least I think you should get a fine for not being on a bike with the other person.
There it is. Megs, what have you made of this session?
I thought it was interesting. I've noticed quite a lot of bouncing going around. So maybe they should, for next time, consider resurfacing the track.
It's an old circuit built back in the 1980s, of course, and let's see how it gets going. Okay, cheers, Megs. Let's head back over then to TNT Sports with Susie Perry, Sylvan Gantoli and Neil Hodson as we gear up for the practice start session.
Sometimes the powder, I think.
Does the talking powder make you speak more?
It does.
I'd like some of that.
It makes you go faster, clearly.
For the commentary, it'd be quite good. But that powder in the gloves, that was funny to see him doing that. So you see the riders protect their hands because they're obviously holding on to the bike. He's really tough on your hand, can have massive blisters.
I've never seen the talcum powder in the gloves, though.
But I've never seen that.
In all the years, I have never seen anyone put
I suppose it's soaking up the sweat and it's stopping the movement,
skin,
isn't it?
the skin
so
getting
protecting
soft.
the skin.
Yeah, a little bit like the gymnasts. That's what they use on those bars.
Yeah, on the asymmetric bars.
That's it. Mark wears like an underglove thing that works as well. But
that seems to be becoming a lot more popular now. I've seen quite a lot of riders.
I wear that as well, especially for the endurance rounds and testing days and stuff like that.
Let's look at your hand.
You could try a bit of
no blisters.
You could have a bit of talcum talking powder. You could try that next time, maybe. Make your hands all nice and soft.
I want some of that talking powder. If it makes you talk and makes your hands soft.
Talcum powder.
Need it. I'm going to go and see Fabio straight away.
What you need for your... Well, by looking at your hands, you need some Sportfiga. There you go. Swarfiga.
I don't know what that is.
Someone, I don't know if I'm joking.
Going back in time,
If you know,
don't
you
want
know.
to use that.
I can literally smell Swarfiga now.
Right, it's your favourite part of the weekend coming up now. Practice starts.
I'll tell you what, this is one of the tracks where the practice starts are important because it's such a short drag up to turn 1 and then an even shorter one down to turn 2. We have seen so many incidents over the years.
And
It's not
Alicia
that fun.
Spargaro will appreciate it because it's been a long time since he started his MotoGP bike. But deeply impressed with what Alicia's been able to do.
Yeah, I was expecting it though.
Yeah. It's not a shock, but
It's still impressive.
it's exactly.
Deeply.
Who are you taking the mick out of me?
Well, you said you were deeply impressed.
Well, I am. But I'm also want to do a massive shout out for Alex Marquez because I think this is fantastic. This is incredible.
Yeah. No, it's not. And I'll only tell you why. He went out with fresh tyres on because he'd gone on his spare bike. Sorry, I don't mean that horribly, but it's like when you because Mark just stayed out on the same tyres. If at the halfway point Mark could have put a fresh set in or Quattraro, they'd have all found a lot of time, wouldn't they?
Especially for first session, because you
It's that
put
first
the tyres
session,
and you need a few laps to get in the rhythm.
But now you're giving away the trade secrets.
And when you do get in the rhythm, the tyres have already come down a little bit. So, yeah.
But it's impressive because he crashed as well. And
It's already on, Fabio. You good? That's it. Drop in the rear.
See if the talcum powder works.
It's working. Look at this.
that looked like a great start.
That's good, isn't it?
Yep.
That looked about as good as it gets.
See Alex Marquez.
Can't imagine anyone spinning up, can you? Super grippy here normally.
It's not bad here, yeah. Normally there's not too much of an issue here.
That looked good as well.
Yeah.
Problem is they all get good starts and you've got that big group going up to turn 1.
Someone's going to have a bad start here, though.
That's crowded.
Oh,
No, there's no need for that. Plenty of room, boys. I want to see Alicia's.
yeah. I see.
Here
Here he
he
is.
is. There he is.
Oh, Pecco. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
He had a spin there.
He normally spins though. Isn't that funny, that? I wonder what that is then. Obviously, they obviously, I'm assuming then their strategy is to try to extract as much power as possible to see what they can get away with.
Yeah. And then tune it down a little bit.
down a little bit.
Oh, let's just cut away from Aldeguer.
Wow, that looks really good.
Powerful, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She was impressed by that, wasn't she?
Yeah. Mark's girlfriend.
Right then, so I guess I should ask you really,
Look at the spin again.
Yeah. Some
Like
power.
popping there, yeah.
every time.
Yeah, it is.
It's every race week.
So if you were him, you'd be nervous for your very first practice start of the weekend because you know it's going to light up. But think of the advantage it gains them because they can dial that back 0.1%, and then they'll try that again. And if it spins up again, then they'll just dial it back 0.1%, and then basically get it to the maximum point. So that's why he always gets good starts.
The margins are incredibly fine.
They are. Even more so here, like 6, it's literally, look, so it's clutch out, basically, second gear. I don't even think they'll get third. Or they might hit third.
Yeah.
And then
They're
you're
down second.
And then you're on the brakes.
And you've
It's
got
like,
to brake out
well,
to unlock them.
2, 3, yeah.
I'll tell you what, the sprint's going to be a bud fight, isn't it?
Oh, that looked good as well from Alex.
Yeah, it's like 4 seconds, maybe 4.5 seconds. That's all. Clutch out, and then you're 4.5, 5 seconds, and you're on the brakes.
And what speed are you up to, turn 1?
Oh, that's a good question. You'll be doing, I'm going to say about 150.
240. Thank you. 240 kilometres per
What's that
hour.
in real money?
That's 160 mile an hour, something like that.
Yeah.
In 4 seconds.
Yeah. But if you think they do 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, it's good just to break it down sometimes, because when you're
Yeah,
watching
of
it,
course.
you take it for granted,
Of course
don't
you
you?
do.
Pecco there, he got the grip, but he got a massive wheelie So yeah, definitely they are sort of like on the loose end with the power, and then sort of adjust it. Yeah, got a bit of a wheelie there. Oh, that looked good again. Yeah, every single time. He's had some great starts this year. They've all, I mean, he's all shotted every single one of them, didn't he? Really strong.
He can really harness the nerves and turn it into positive energy, Mark, more than anybody ever I've ever seen, I think.
You can't. Maximum pressure doesn't seem to bother him, does it? Do you know what was incredible was his very first season in MotoGP. Obviously, he won the World Championship that year, but he went to the last round. There weren't many. He had like, he had something like a 5-point advantage. It was tight. I remember it being tight. I remember thinking, wow, he's going to go to Valencia with all that pressure on it to become the youngest ever MotoGP World Champion. And I remember watching it, just thinking, like, he was super cool. It was 2013, wasn't it? And obviously won the World Championship.
He sent it like he didn't care.
Like he didn't care. That's it. That's probably he sends it like he doesn't care,
which is great.
Which is so hard to do when you've that sort of pressure on you.
Yeah, there's one word that you would never use to describe Marc Marquez, and it's a choker.
Choker, yeah. He's never bottled it in his life, has he?
No, incredible. He's a machine of a human being, and it is phenomenal to watch him, really.
That's why you don't want him as your teammate. That's why you don't want to race against him.
It'd be good if Alex could give him a fight this weekend as well as Pecco, because Alex looks like he's on it, isn't he?
Well, we think he's on it, obviously. Yeah. Neil just thinks it's because he had a newer tyre, so he's not giving him any.
I mean, it's still on it, because 3 tenths, that's quite a bit. You said that as well, Neil. 3 tenths was a lot around here.
Fresh tyres. So we're not going to discuss this again.
The more in the mix, the more riders in the mix, the better. That's what we want to see as fans, isn't it? That is...
Absolutely.
That's all we ask for.
What's quite nice is to look at the Japanese manufacturers inside the top 10.
Yeah.
So we've got Mia, Miller, Zarco, Rins, Quartararo.
Fabio in third.
Yeah, so with 5. So that shows that the concessions are working.
What turnaround. They were nowhere to be seen.
No.
And interestingly, it's been Honda actually that have had the praise and glory this season. They seem to have made the biggest jumps, because towards the end of last year it was definitely Yamaha that were edging forward, but Honda kind of have gone under the radar, and like I mentioned earlier, they were actually second in the Constructors' Championship behind Ducati.
The contrast is massive, because they were, I mean, I remember us commentating last year on loads and loads of sessions where they were all last in the sessions. It was a very hard time for them, and so the change, the contrast compared to last year is huge. Yamaha, you feel like they never quite lost it fully. It never went to the point where they were really struggling, and they had Fabio had a really good winter testing in Sepang. So with Yamaha, you still get the feel that they are sort of like not far off from making big inroads. And then once again, Jack Miller have shown some great stuff since the start of the year. He's 6 again, Quartararo P3 for this session. So yeah, he'll be happy with that.
And how fabulous is this for Jack Miller? Because I can't remember which race it was where he started to pour his heart out to us last year, saying, I've got all the family along because I feel like this is the last time that I'm going to be in this championship. I'm probably going to be going to World Superbike.
Aragon time, weren't it?
It was. Oh no, it was Silver. Yes, it was Silverstone. Steve Day just reminded me. Yeah, because I was asked not to ask him about it, so I didn't, and he just came out and told us all about it, and it got very emotional, and we got emotional because we love Jack, and suddenly here he is, just fantastic in the top 10 and looking rejuvenated.
He does look rejuvenated, and that's a very good point actually from Susie, and hopefully he's going to stay rejuvenated throughout the weekend. Okay, so that is the end of the first session here of the weekend. A reminder of our coverage details. We are live for the Free Practice 1, Free Practice 2 qualifying and the TSO Sprint here on JB Motorsports 2. The Moto3 and Moto2 Grand Prix will also be broadcast on JB Motorsports 2. The main MotoGP Grand Prix will be on the JB Motorsports YouTube channel. That is on Sunday. Everything else is on the second channel this weekend. Thanks for your company. We'll see you then at 2 o'clock British Summer Time, 3 o'clock Central European Time for the very critical practice hour to determine the running order for Q1 and Q2. See you soon. Take care.